So we actually have Yeti coming up on the stream right now. Top Minnesota player. I would say Minnesota's best, if anything.
He's gotta be.
And I would say one of the best Mega Man players that exist right now. I believe he has a Snake and a Doc. I've seen him take out Doc before. He doesn't travel as often, which is why like a lot of people either sleep on him or just don't know about him, is because he doesn't travel as often, but don't sleep, because this man literally takes control of his, not only his own region, but any infiltrator, anybody that literally comes to his locals from out of state, he beats them a lot of times.
And he was doing that with like Smash 4 Mega Man, who wasn't like a bad character, but was definitely nowhere near as good as any of the top tiers. Even now, he's still not playing like a top tier. But he's just so good.
I think Mega Man's actually
He's good. Mega Man's
like,
really good.
I don't know where I would put him necessarily. Like, I have to dig through how I was going to make a tier list, but I definitely feel like he may be like top 11, top 12.
You think top 11?
Yeah, top 11, top 12. Like, I feel like he's one of those sleeper characters like Greninja. I feel like no one realized how good Greninja was until Leia came out to Frostbite. But Yeti actually got 9th at Genesis, so when he does travel, like, you already know what's going on. Almost getting top 8. Well, he didn't do too great at Frostbite. I believe he got 97th. I've been hearing that he's been doing really well at locals.
Okay.
So Muffle, we actually saw Muffle yesterday, switching between Inkling and Mario, actually.
Okay,
and
I like
Mario
that.
helping him out. He used his jump right there. He has to go for the high recovery. And oh wow, if that didn't happen, if that did not send Yeti away, I think that back air would have killed Muffle.
Oh my God.
I think if we would have thrown a back air, that probably would have been it.
Yeah, the coverage on that was insane. And I love how he drifted back in with the air dodge, too. He was trying to cover literally everything he possibly could. Oh, that was so smart. He threw the pellets out in front, and then he, like, faked like he was going to jump away, then put Leaf Shield back on, and then ran back into him. So it's got to be really confusing to deal with.
And that's another thing that is new to this game with Mega Man is now the Fire Sword actually kills in this game.
Yeah,
so he literally could cover you with back air, which frame 4 back air, by the way, I say this all the time because I think it's so silly, but he has a frame 4 back air that can cover a good amount of space, but also the Fire Sword that can also KO if you're not paying attention.
Oh, yeah. On the subject of that back air, so my roommate plays Mega Man, and what I learned is that if you shield like an up air on the platform, if you do back air, it pokes shield almost every time, just like Yoshi's back air did. Because it goes high, then low, then back high, and it goes to where your shield is lowered. So he gets like a lot of free damage for that. Oh my God! The classic Smash 4 Mega Man special.
Metal Blade into the Shoryuken.
Wow, that was nice. Yeah, Muffle's pretty considerably down right now. If he gets a berry, he can, you know, kill him at about this %, but Yeti doesn't look like he wants to let that happen. And putting on Leaf Shield is going to make it even harder for him to be trapped in that situation.
Yeah, you know, it's actually funny because I said this at Genesis, and don't believe me, but you can actually taunt in the middle of Leaf Shield.
That is true, yeah.
That's how good that move is. But
that's sick.
Getting that grounding into the forward smash, Muffle though down a stock. It's looking pretty tough. Getting a tech roll with the up air.
Okay, doesn't get fundamental blade. Does get ledge trump. I think a lot more people need a ledge trump in this game. Like, it still exists. You still get plenty of punishes.
Yeah, I heard you could DI it.
Yeah. You have different ways you can go. But you can react pretty well to, like, where they're going. Yeah. And Yeti's showing us that it's definitely still a powerful tool. Because he's been trapped with the ledge this entire stop. He's at 74%. He's not even... This is the first time he's hit center stage just now.
I was going to say, it looked really difficult for Muffle to try to regain stage control. He finally gets to grab into the up air. And I like the splat bomb into the back air, too.
Now, one thing that I will say about this character is that this is a very, very aggressive game, and advantage states last way longer than they did in the previous iteration outside of like Bayo. But Mega Man is a character that just gets to like ignore that. All these pellets, all this Leaf Shield and all that stuff, like, it's very hard to get like a full combo on Mega Man because everything he does, intentionally or otherwise, can just like interrupt it and even start combos for him. Oh, he had the Metal Blade. I didn't know he had the Metal Blade out there.
Yeah.
I like that pressure. He threw the dare out from super high up, but there was no angle he could like punish it at. Yeah,
notice how Muffle was trying to hold shield, but you can't walk in shield to power shield like you can in the old game. Now you have to try to go for the parries, but at that moment, Muffle just seems like he's just kind of getting walled out. At the same time, notice how he tries to jump over Yeti to, again, get back to the center stage, but Yeti was ready with the back air.
Yeti was ready. I like that. Always ready, Yeti. Yeah, that was really, really good coverage. And the way he did it, like, he, like, drifted out to, like, kind of, like, lead him into that position, and then he killed him with the back air right after. I kind of want to see how Muffle's going to adapt. I think it's, Inkling, a lot of his stuff comes from, like, getting the ink on you with jab and with, like, Barry. But, like, I don't think either of those are really going to work against Mega Man that well, unless you're, like, way in the future. Because if they throw out literally one pellet of stuff, both of your best options for, like, racking on damage.
And we actually have a character switch to Mario, which I honestly don't blame him. I feel like this could possibly be maybe a better matchup.
It could be.
You do have Cape, but you have to be very wary when you are going for Cape. because I feel like Yeti's going to be one of those players to bait it out and then punish you with an up tilt for it.
Now, Inkling still has a good combo game, and Mario's is, I would say, better overall. Up air elite. Whoa.
Oh!
Whoa.
He even went for the flub right afterwards. That's what I was talking about. Like, I feel like this is just going to be a little bit of a better matchup for Muffle, just because he can use Cape with Mario
Yeah,
in a more
Yeti's gonna have to
efficient
play
way.
completely differently.
Like, you know, although Inkling is fast in general, like, I feel like Inkling has one of the better neutrals in the game because of the Inkling dash and the really good frame data that the character has. I feel like the tools that Mario has in this matchup could be better.
Yeah, they could work really well. Also, he almost, that Gimp would have been nutty. Okay,
If he had gotten the flood.
Yeah, if he got the flood in like the first like 5 seconds, I'd have been like, all right, Mario's the move. Mario still might be the move, you know. Yeah, this looks a lot better for him. Like, he's taking these pellets, but they're not like leading in anything, and then Mario just has, his combo potential is a little faster.
Yeah, you can see that Yeti throws out pellets
Dead.
first.
Oh.
No, he avoided it with the air dodge. That was really good maneuvering around with Muffle. Oh, he tries
got
to
the
go
sour
for the fair.
spot.
Yeah,
He wanted that so bad.
Yeah, he DI'd in to avoid that. Oh, and avoiding the cape too.
Dude, Muffle's Mario pressure is wild. Yeti just had to survive like 5 different situations to make it back to the stage.
This is literally what we saw from Muffle yesterday, where he was playing against a Bowser and he was down. It was like game 3, and he was not doing so great with Inkling. He switched to Mario, and he just was so much convincing.
Oh, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. This Mario is clean.
Oh, did he? I don't know if he jumped.
I wasn't sure either.
I don't know if he jumped or if the charging the flood did that.
It's kind of cool that he did that because it gave him like, there's not going to be a lot of time for you to charge flood against Mega Man. He's like, well, I got nothing else to do up here, so you know, might as well get it prepared. And it was smart of him to not jump too. I thought he jumped. I thought he was just outright dead.
Look how he's just spacing him out with the fire spurt.
Is this going to take it? Yes. And fresh back air will.
That was smart too from Yeti because he was spacing himself out because if the fair would have hit, it would have actually killed.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Muffle getting out of that range, getting the grab in the back throw.
Yeah, he just kind of gets to ignore a lot of these. Oh, Jesus.
It's okay, he DI'd to the stage.
Cape saved him from back air?
Yes, he actually caped the back air.
Oh my God.
Stopping the animation from actually KOing because the last in a back air is what has the most knockback.
Right. You see Yeti just stand still for a second. He's just like, I need to think this over. There was like 2 back airs that would have killed Martin. Muffle was just like, no thanks. He's at 200% right now. Yeah, this might have definitely been like a better idea.
Oh, most definitely. I could see this definitely being the move for Muffle.
Oh yeah, this is we're gonna see Mario for the rest of the set. Yeti cannot kill him. He just can't. There it is.
Yeah, he jumped right. He literally just sneezed and disappeared. But that back air, taking it, I would say Yeti in general was doing a really good job at using pellets to bait out Muffle to jump, and then sending the Metal Blade up in an angle so that way Muffle gets hit by the Metal Blade if he does decide to jump.
I love, so every time he does down throw, he'll jump forward and like wait for you to air dodge in either direction, and then he just gives like a punish on that. Because in the first game, he just got like a re-grab over it, and this time he's still had a lot of pressure with the Metal Blade.
It definitely looked like that leaf shield just completely ignored
my
Muffle
God.
tossing the Metal Blade.
Oh,
no! Directional air dodge off stage. He tried to, I think he injured almost.
That could have brought it back. That could have brought it back.
It looked like he was trying to buffer something on the stage, but since Yeti took him off stage, the directional air dodge is what buffered instead.
And that is one of the, I have so few gripes about this game, but like the buffer window being bigger now than it's ever been, that's something that might come into play for causing SDs. Because I'm sure like he got hit pressing something with the leaf shield, and the buffer system's like, oh, I got you, fam. Air dodge to your death. That's unfortunate. Either way, he's not necessarily out of this yet. Yeti is at 100, and this first stock, even despite that SD, he lived to like 200 or so. So maybe we can see that again on this stock, and he might be able to bring this back. No. Yeti's not going to take the bait. He already knows.
Yeah, I was going to say, he uses jump right there, too. He's forced a directional air dodge and forced to recover from below the ledge. Yeti was ready with down air right there.
Yeti was ready.
I feel like the Mario pick should definitely be the choice to stick with.
I agree.
You know, this is the best 3 out of 5. You know, Muffle is not out yet. That directional air dodge was unfortunate because I feel like also at the same time, when you give Mega Man the lead, they don't have to approach at that point.
They don't,
and
yeah.
what does Mario have other than the fireball? Like,
exactly.
What does he have other than the fireball to force Yeti to approach him?
Also want to touch on, but I think in the previous stock, he had air dodge early, and then Yeti hadn't punished it, but then he air dodged early again, and Yeti was like, you don't get to do that twice. And moves like Mega Man Dare without an air dodge, and you have to like actually like deal with it, it's really hard to come back. And that was what ended up taking the win for game 2. Ryu? I vote Mario. I think Mario was cooking. Okay, he's going back to Inkling.
Oh, he's going back to Inkling. Okay.
You know,
even since Ryu, I was like, I don't know if this is the move.
Yeah. Just like, have we seen this at all in this game?
Rest in peace for everyone true Ryu.
Yeah, I cannot name 2 Ryu players. 1 Ryu player. It's not Shad. I don't know who's doing it. Anyway, going back to FD, or going to FD, sorry. This isn't a bad pick. You can definitely like create a lot more stage control with roller and like the ink being on the ground.
I
Like
feel
you can't
like
really.
Yeti would be able to take advantage of the stage better than Muffle.
No, yeah, me too.
Just seeing how he was able to cover a good amount of space in general from that last game, in this stage, it's going to be a lot harder for Muffle to come back and land, I feel like.
Yeah, he really just can't get anything started. As soon as he's even about to possibly be an advantage, Leaf Shield is just shutting him down.
Yeah, I was actually
good
asking
read on the jump right there too.
Cosmos what he thinks about like whenever Inkling has to land. He was telling me that like Inkling actually struggles to land a little just because like they don't have a huge hitbox under them, but it's not too bad because Inkling also has like a pretty good aerial drift.
Yeah. I was gonna say their drift is pretty insane. Okay, nice recovery from Muffle. Oh my gosh. Okay.
He jumped to get out of the situation where the backer would have killed him.
Oh, this is looking like a complete shutdown from Yeti. He's only at 18%, oh, 28%. And Muffle's only gotten like 1 or 2 straight hits, one of them being that crash bomb. All right, he's getting a little bit more damage.
Yeah, that was out of the spot dodge too.
He's gonna have to put some ink on him to like bring this back. And that's such a crazy mechanic that this character has. And considering jab is only like a couple of frames, like it's so good, but Yeti will never be in a position to get jabbed as Mega Man. I shouldn't say never, but very rarely.
Inkling actually, like, jab is one of the best tools for Inkling. Just
Absolutely.
because it tilts opponents because it lasts a long time.
it tilts me.
It does a lot of damage, and since it adds on ink to them, they take a lot more damage, as you were mentioning.
Oh, he got a berry. Oh, yeah, he's pretty low at percent, so he's able to mash out really quickly. I like that he knew he wouldn't be able to get like a smash attack, so he just tried to go and just double jump and see where he popped out, but he's still just a little bit too far away. Oh, he got a little bit of ink. Good idea. I see Cosmos do that so often, just like covering 2 frames with that down smash.
Yeah.
The front hitter is really, really strong. And even at 86%, without a jump, they might have killed. Yeah, Yeti just content to just keep throwing his pellets out, keep the Leaf Shield active at all times. Just so much pressure, and from such a good distance, like, I don't know what Muffle should do. He has to stay in his face, but he's also just getting stuffed out when he does get in his face. So he's in a really, really rough spot.
I like the attempt on the high recovery there, but since Yeti wasn't in any lag, he was able to punish it really easily. See the pressure from the back air, but Yeti's going to land on the shield and get grabbed for it.
Okay, I like that. I like that. He baited
tried
him.
to cover the jump there.
Yeah. He gave him the space. He didn't take the bait, but he almost died over that up air. No, that's so unfortunate. He tried to punish the neutral get up with the up smash, but he's a little bit too early, and he got back thrown for his trouble.
That's the worst feeling, too, when you know that you can get it, but you mistime something.
Yeah,
my, the pressure from Yeti. And he literally just
Jesus.
chasing after Muffle.
The fact that you can cross up shields with Bear is wild. Like, the move is already so good, it's got so much knockback, but knowing that you can do that pressure and then just go into something like Leaf Shield or like Pellet right after, it's got to be really hard to stop this character.
Jump too, especially by the ledge.
See Splat Bomb just like bounce off his face. He didn't even like flinch. That's such a weird move. I almost never know when it's going to blow up at this point. Yeah, Yeti's really, really running away with this. See if Muffle can take the first, or take a stock on game 3. I don't know if he has a jump. Yeah, he still kept his jump. Yeah, he can't pin him down. He can only get these straight hits. Leaf Shield is just interrupting everything. He doesn't have any ink either. He's gonna have to charge it. Okay, there you go. Oh wow, backdoor kill from the center stage.
He was at like 192, but that's definitely surprising. This is Rockman. He's pretty heavy of a character too.
He might not have been ready to for backdoor, but you know what? Hey, you gotta stop. You finally gotta stop. That's such a goofy move, but I was talking about with TK yesterday. It's way better than you think.
Wait, Leaf Shield?
No, not. Oh no, Leaf Shield is super. No. I'm talking about Inkling neutral B. Like it looks so goofy, but like there's a lot of utility to it. No, Leaf Shield, we know that's good. We've been doing.
Oh yeah, we've been doing.
Good in last game. I like that. He's playing some mind games now. Yeah.
He's jumping a lot though, and I feel like that's when Yeti actually catches him with a Leaf Shield. But at this point, I think Yeti just wants to finish out this game.
Yeah, I think he's kind of over it.
He slapped him with the paintbrush. Just get away. You see, throwing out the Leaf Shield just in case he ends up jumping again.
He outran the roller entirely. He didn't even bother trying to shield it or jump to put himself out of his position he wanted. He just outran it.
Yeah, it could be because he was trying to bait out maybe like a roller cancel.
Yeah, it was really smart. Yeah, Yeti's just not going for anything. He's just got like his zoning perfectly spaced. Every time he does get close, he's winning with pellets, and every time he gets far away, he's just putting on free damage.
Oh, the dash back into the grab. And this is where Yeti shines, especially when his opponents are off stage. Tries to catch a neutral get up with the Leaf Shield, but Muffle ends up shielding it. That dash attack almost killed. That's
really good stage pressure too. It's just like, you can just put on Leaf Shield, whatever reaction, you're either going to cover it, or there's no downside if you don't.
Unfortunately, roll into the forward smash.
Yeah, Yeti takes that pretty convincingly. 3-0. Still a good set. Nonetheless, But yeah, that matchup just seems kind of rough. And that's another thing, like a lot of, like you're putting Mega Man in the conversation for like a top character. A lot of people aren't, but seeing his matchup against Inkling, who's another top tier character, that's a really good argument for his campaign, for being viable.
Very true. That's why I feel like I'm pretty, because we have Morpheus in South Florida, who is one of the best Mega Man players that I've seen, although he's not able to travel as often. Kind of like Yeti's case, where he's not able to travel as often.
You said Morpheus?
Yes, Morpheus.
I played him before. I played him at
He got top 8 at Smash Conference.
He's good. Yeah, he's really good.
He's very good. And that's why I'm saying, like, I know he knows. I'm like, you know Mega Man is busted. He goes, yeah, but, you know.
Trying to, like, downplay it.
You know, I definitely feel like that character is within the top. I don't want to say top 10 because I feel like top 10 is very mixed match right now.
It's a toss-up,
but I feel like within the top 12, I can convincingly say he's around that in that area. But really good stuff to Yeti. I feel like in that last game, actually, played Inkling a lot better compared to what we saw in the first game. Lived a lot longer thanks to the stage, as well as the fact that he was playing not only defensively, but kind of like recognized that Yeti really wanted to get the kill at the very end and saw like he was getting a little angsty about it, and that's why he was able to get away with some straight hits. But it just wasn't enough. No, Yeti taking it with the 2-stock over Axu, especially in that last game. But I honestly was down to see more of Mario.
Yeah, I do too, because it was kind of a nail biter once Mario was in there, and I think maybe he might like really main Inkling and just use Mario for like certain matchups, but that might be one of the matchups where you just have to like commit. And I know it's hard, like that's one thing that stinks. There's so many characters and it's so hard to be so mainable with anybody. But that's one of the things that stinks when you play multiple characters. It's just like, who should I go? And you kind of have like that regret on either side. Like, maybe I'll go this character, but maybe I would have done better here, blah, blah, blah. And you saw him like definitely doing that internal like wheel spinning there. But Yeti, with both the characters he was fighting, Mega Man was pretty much doing just fine. And if it ever really, really got bad, he could have also gone Snake, who has a pretty decent matchup against both those characters too.